Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Audra and I am very excited about this video. It is a long time coming and I know you hear that a lot on YouTube, but when I say this is a long time coming, this is like 6 months overdue. But this is part one of the renovated house tour video, chat, whatever you want to call it. We're basically going to be going over our home buying process, the renovation process, and I'm going to be kind of piecing in parts of the vlogs that I took when we were renovating. So yeah, if you are excited to see that, give this a thumbs up, subscribe if you are not already, and we're going to go ahead and get started. First, let's give a little background. I'm Audra and I bought this house with my boyfriend Jonathan. He might jump in here. He's not big on talking on camera, so he's like, no, like you just do it. I don't want to talk. So he'll probably jump in here with a couple little comments, but he's actually out shoveling the set snow that we got yesterday. So basically back in January of 2021, we looked into buying a house, and for those of you that aren't familiar, the housing market in the last like year and a half has been absolutely bonkers, totally insane. So we started the process in January, didn't really start looking until like April or May. And basically what the process looked like for us, we were thankfully working with one of my best friends who is our realtor, and she was very diligent. I will link her Instagram down below if you guys are in the area and you are wanting a realtor. She was great to work with. And so basically we started in the spring looking for houses. We put in an offer on, our first offer was on a house very similar to this actually, and we were so excited about it. And for those of you that don't know, I have 3 golden retrievers. So I have 3 dogs, and this was like a twin home. So we knew going into it that some twin homes have HOA, and we were like, we verified with the realtor, we're like, hey, we have 3 dogs. Is that allowed? We don't want to look at it if, you know, it's not allowed. We don't even want to go look at it. So she's like, yep, all good to go. You're fine. So we went, toured it, loved it, put in an offer. And a couple hours after we put in the offer, we got a call from the realtor saying, so found out you can only have 2 dogs. So basically we had to retract our offer, which was super, super disappointing, you guys. I literally thought that we had it in the bag. I mean, I was so excited about this house. I could envision what I wanted to do with it, which that's me with every house, but seemed so perfect at the time. And we were super, super disappointed when they came back and said, oh, no, turns out you can only have 2 dogs. And yes, this was our first house, but I was like, we put in a very strong offer, and I was like, felt really good about it, and we had to retract our offer. So that was a huge, huge bummer. And really the only downside to that house was that there was no yard, basically. And when you have 3 big dogs, that's a huge factor. So we moved on from that house, and then over the course of the next couple months, we put in, I think, 4 more offers. I think we put in a total of 5. One of them we did sight unseen. We had our realtor go through and give us a FaceTime tour. We were actually in California visiting Jonathan's family, put in an offer, and we lost that one only because another buyer offered no inspection. Otherwise, we would have gotten this house. Another one was super disappointed because it had a huge yard. It was, you know, we could see everything, but it definitely wasn't perfect. And then kind of fast forward, and we had this house come up on the market. And if I'm being honest, this house, it's so funny that we're now in this house, because the way that this came to be was, it came up on the market, sent it to my friend Abby, and was like, hey, just came on, let's go look at it, whatever. So we go and look at it right after I get off work, without realizing they were having open house style showings, which means anybody can come at any time with their realtor to tour it. So we walked in, and there were about 6 other groups of people. So there's probably like 20 to 30 people in this house. You guys, I was so stressed. I barely looked at the house. I did a run through, FaceTime Jonathan. He was at work and I was like, hey, what do you think of this? Like I literally was like weaving around people, barely even got a good look at it. And he's like, sure, put an offer in, whatever. Like at that point in our process, that's where we were at. We were like, whatever, sure, put an offer in. And so we put in our offer and submitted it. Honestly, with how many people were in here, I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way. The next morning, Abby calls me and she says, guess what? And I'm like, what? She's like, they accepted your offer. And I was like, shut up. I literally told her, shut up, like you're joking. She's like, nope, I'm dead serious. And I was like, what? Because with all of our other offers, the seller was basically collecting offers. They'd wait about 5 days to go through the weekend, have an open house, and then they would review all the offers at once. So it would take like a week till you would find out. And this one, literally, it hadn't even been like 24 hours and they were like, yep, accepted it. So it was kind of a shock, and just the fact that I literally like barely looked at it when I was going through it was crazy. So that is what happened. We got the house, went through the closing process, and we closed on July 31st. And I want to kind of backtrack to that first house that we put an offer on. You might hear my dogs barking. They're outside, and Macy does not like being outside alone for very long. So basically that first house we put an offer in, we loved it, but the yard was non-existent. And it was right on a busy street. It wasn't fenced in. And we thought that house was perfect for us. This house is literally 2 blocks away from that house. So still a great location, but we have a fenced in yard and it's private. So just like God was looking out for us basically with that, which we, like I said, we thought that one was perfect. This one is even more perfect. So just a really cool little fact about that. Another fun fact is when I was looking at this house, I texted my best friend Cadence and was like, sent her the link, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is the house. I know this is the house for you. She's like, I'm manifesting it. And lo and behold, the next morning we have a house. So closed on July 31st, and literally that afternoon we started renovating. We were doing demo, ripping everything out. We ripped out the floors, we ripped out the trim, we ripped out the island. What else did we do, babe? Carpet upstairs. The whole upstairs was carpeted. So literally we were ripping out everything right after we closed. And that kind of led into painting and everything, but basically we didn't waste a second. We had family, Jonathan's family came and helped us, his parents did, and his brother helped us, my brother helped us, and we were like, if we want to make good progress on this, we got to start right away. So we started right away. I'm going to insert the footage here with starting demo and kind of how that went down. Mr. Handyman over here. It's really dark in here, you guys, which is one of the reasons why I'm so excited to just completely flip this place, because it's really dark in here. The colors, it's a lot of beiges and dark browns. I mean, you can see like the color of the ceiling fan. All of the trim is this like really, really dark wood. And it's just not our style. It's definitely very nice, but it's just not us, and it's very dark in here. So being the content creator that I am, lighting is very important, and so I'm very excited to make it much lighter and brighter in here. So next up, you guys are gonna see the pups here. All 3 of them are coming. It's gonna be a little crazy, but here we go. Go see your new house.
Over here. Come on. Hello, little girl. New house. New house. Come on. Let's go inside. Okay. Luna. Hey. Luna. Come on. Come on.
Should we go in your yard? Should we go in your yard? Okay, we're taking them outside. Okay.
Nope, it's a screen.
Yeah, they're not used to that. Oh my goodness, you have your very own yard.
Backyard, huh? Your backyard?
Oh, somebody's making pizza. Smells good. Or dead grass.
Yard.
Wow, good job, Looney. Oh, and Indy.
Oh, you got water sitting over here.
Yeah. So, started demo, and then after demo was paint. You guys, I honestly think that the paint made the biggest difference in this house. You will see in these clips. It's crazy because when you look at the house when we moved in, you didn't really notice how dark the paint was until you see the new paints going on, getting sprayed. It made such a huge difference. It was just so dark in here, and just painting the walls white was literally the best decision. Walls and ceilings were painted white, and it just brightened it up so much. I think I mentioned it in the clip, but basically, like, it was super nice in here when we moved in. We literally wouldn't have had to do anything, but it just wasn't our style. It was very nice, just not our style. I am light, bright, everything. I mean, I'm a content creator, so light is very important to me, and I really wanted to just feel like our first house was what we wanted, and that's what we did. So very excited about that. So we started painting, and it went super fast. The best thing that we did with the paint was invest in a sprayer. You guys, I'm telling you, if you are taking on a big project, buy a sprayer. I think it was like 250 bucks maybe. Watch for a sale at Home Depot. I'll link ours below. Worked like a charm. It probably saved us literally like a week of work, honestly. It went so fast. There were some areas that we still sprayed, or still rolled, excuse me, but for the majority, Jonathan sprayed this whole house, top to bottom. And we did one color. We used Ultra Pure White from Bear, which is a Home Depot exclusive. You guys, we used so much paint. I want to say we used like 20 gallons of paint to do this house, which part of it is because the undercolor was so dark. So it took a lot to cover it up, but also when you use a sprayer, you use a little bit more paint. And we're literally covering an entire house in the same color. So we used a lot of paint between the walls, the ceilings, the cabinets, and we still have to do the doors. We used a lot of paint. So, but it was literally so satisfying. You guys will see in this clip, just as he's going through painting it, so satisfying. So enjoy that clip, watch it over, watch it a couple times, because it's so good. All right, guys, it is 9:30. How long have we been at this? Like 9 hours now. We are about to start painting, and we are using a airless sprayer. So this is the Graco Magnum X5. This is an airless sprayer. So we don't need a air compressor. It's had really good reviews. Jonathan went to the research on this guy. So he's to blame if this doesn't work, but this has really good reviews. So we're gonna start spraying, and we have all the flooring ripped out in here, all the trim. This has been moving so fast, which I'm excited about because we have, Jonathan's parents are coming from California to help us out, but I would really like them to not have to work the entire time they're here. So the more we can get done in the next day, like tomorrow, today's Friday, the more we can get done Saturday, the better. So we're working late. We're gonna try and see how this sprayer works and get as much of this main level done as possible so that tomorrow they will start on the flooring while the rest of us go upstairs to do the rest of the paint. So that is the update. We'll see how this works. You guys, I'm freaking out. It looks so good. We literally have one wall painted. It looks so good. This is one coat. Turn you guys around. Literally, you can see my shadow, but obviously it's nighttime. So this is the before. So it's a super yellowy beige, typical mid 2000s color into a fresh bright white. You guys, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. Obviously it's still wet, so it's shiny, but we're so excited. And it's literally, it hasn't even been 24 hours, you guys. We are making so much progress. I'm so excited. Yay. All right, guys, it is day number 2 at the reno, and we're making progress. We're doing all of the paint on the main level. So we've been spending a lot of time taping, prepping, plasticking, all that stuff, cutting in, and we're going through paint really fast, actually. I thought we were gonna have more than enough with 10 gallons, but we've already went through almost 5 gallons, and we're not even done with the main level yet. So we'll see how much more paint we need, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'm just so happy. It's gonna look so good. It looks so different already. You guys saw some footage from last night of like the old paint versus the new paint. It looks so good. So I'll show you guys what we look like. You guys probably won't tell a huge difference. We've just really gotten more paint done and a lot of taping, but let's go ahead and go on in. Okay, so stairway, we're keeping the carpet right now because we're not sure exactly what we're going to do to the stairs yet, but all of the trim has been ripped out, all the flooring is out, a lot of the doors are out. This is our powder room, so we're leaving that door. And he is getting the sprayer ready. So here's what we're looking like. My brother's here. Tape this off. And that's what we're looking like. There we go. Here's progress of day 2. We have got a lot of paint done. We had to do rollers in this section just because there's a lot going on. The powder room is a work in progress. This whole area has been painted except the cabinets, which will be later, and the door. And we are starting flooring, which is so exciting. So this is the next step down here. We're gonna complete all the flooring down here and then move upstairs to finish up there. All the bros. After paint came flooring, which you guys, this flooring was a steal, I'm telling you. It is so good. I will also have this flooring linked below. I've already had so many friends that are purchasing it, have asked for the link, want to buy it. It's amazing. I will say it's a little finicky to install, but if you have somebody that has experience with flooring, it's going to be a breeze. This flooring was under $2 a square foot. It is laminate. It is waterproof, scratch proof. It has an attached underlayment. You don't have to glue it down because it has the tongue and groove. This stuff is beautiful. It looks like hardwood, and we got it for under $2 a square foot. They have raised the price. I think it's $2.11 a square foot now. And we put this absolutely everywhere in the house except in the bathroom upstairs. So we just have all the same flooring all the way throughout our house and the stairway. We're not sure what we're gonna do with the stairs yet. So the stairs are still carpeted. Everything else is hard laminate floors, which you guys, I've got 3 dogs. I wasn't gonna mess with carpet. Okay, carpet. I'm sorry if you have carpet, but it grosses me out. Just seeing how much I clean these floors. Imagine having carpet and never cleaning your floors. It's just, ugh, I can't. With the dogs, yuck. So we did all hardwood and it has been amazing. We love it. And it just adds to being so much brighter in here. Like the light, the bright, love it. So highly recommend this flooring if you are wanting to brighten up your space, update it, whatever. So that will be linked below. Definitely check it out. The flooring is going in. is the end of day 3, full day 2, and I'm gonna show you guys the progress. We had a little bit of a late start today, but I'm very happy with how it's coming. We got some flooring in. We got like 80% of the painting done. I literally have paint in my hair. But it's been a good day. And then I head back to work tomorrow, but Jonathan and his parents will be here for the next like 3 days working on the house all day. So hopefully we can get all the flooring and trim done. But let's see what it looks like now. Okay, so we got all of this, or most of this, entryway painted. We got to figure out how to finish this section of ceiling and wall, just because it's super high. These are like 20-foot ceilings, and then as well over here. Otherwise, that whole loft area is painted, the stairwell is painted, and the lower level is completely painted except for the coat closet. The powder room is like partway done, and the pantry. Then what I'm most excited for, the flooring is going in. The old island is out. We bought our new island that will be going here. It's gonna be rectangular, 5 foot by 4 foot roughly, so that'll go there. But yeah, you guys are starting to see it come together. It's so crazy. Everything in here was like this color wood or this color wood, and now we're changing everything to be white and light wood. You guys can see this old ugly, like it's so crazy. You don't realize it until you see this next to the white, this paint color, how dark it is. It's amazing the difference that it makes. So making good progress. Okay, so after the flooring, I believe we started on the cabinets. Which that was another big transformation in the house, which we sprayed the cabinets with ultra pure white from Behr once again, so it's just all light bright, and we added the matte black hardware, which is from Amazon. We'll also have that linked below. That was honestly a super easy process. I had Abby, our realtor, come over and help me paint the boxes. We did roll the boxes, and Jonathan sprayed the doors. Super easy process, went pretty fast. So the cabinets took probably 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days, just because we were both working full time. And so we'd come and like spray a coat, let it dry, and then do some work throughout the house. And then we'd spray another coat before we left and let it dry. So it kind of took a little bit, but honestly, I feel like you could get your whole kitchen done in a weekend if you really are dedicated to it and you have like 2 to 4 people helping you. So that was the next big change. We also did a completely new island, which I didn't get a ton of footage of this, but you guys will see in the home tour that it looks so different. Basically, the island that was in here before was like this weird like triangular shape. It wasn't functional. It looks kind of awkward, and it just, the way it was laid out, it was not a good use of space. So we tore it out because we knew we could get a way bigger island, which we did. Our island is probably twice the size of what was in here before, and it just feels so much more modern and open, and it's way more functional. So we just got an inexpensive cabinet from Home Depot, and we reinforced it and put a new epoxy countertop over the top. We got a new sink, the whole shebang, and it looks like a completely different kitchen, because realistically it is. It is completely different. So I will insert the clips here of kind of doing the kitchen and the process there. All right guys, we're putting in the island. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like before. Don't mind me.
What is this thing?
It's a little camera.
Well, see, is that the thing I see? There was a DJI.
Maybe. The package?
Okay.
Yeah, the box?
I thought you bought a drone.
No, just this little guy. Super fun. Got a little built-in stabilizer.
Nice.
Here we are before, and this is our part of our island. We'll have a bigger countertop. I gotta go get more PVC for this guy. Very exciting. Last look before we get the island in.
Where's the mallet at? I'll tap that thing while you're tapping it.
Tap, tap, tap. Hi guys, it's been a second since I've given you an update. It is Friday, August 6th? 6th. So it is officially a week after we closed, and Jonathan and I are here at the house. While Friday night, we are starting the process of painting the kitchen cabinets. So I'm going to show you guys. We are starting by stripping them with liquid sandpaper, and then me and my friend and our realtor Abby will start painting them tomorrow. So I'll show you guys our crazy Friday night.
This doesn't smell as nearly as bad as everyone's saying.
Maybe it does after it kicks in. All right, so this is what we're using. I'm gonna be careful not to touch it. Liquid sandpaper and a cloth, and you just take it and you kind of rub off. And it doesn't completely rub off this finish. It just takes away the sheen so that it's not as like slippery, and then the paint will grip to it. So it's not going to be like completely clear wood after this. It's just taking off the finish. Okay, the doors are officially stripped, well, like 75% of them, and we're starting to prime them. So satisfying. You guys just watch this. Hi guys. It has been a while since I have updated you. I think last I updated you was maybe like a week ago. So progress on the house has been going a little slow. We didn't get nearly as much done as I thought we would that first week, which that was my own fault. Like, I was probably overly optimistic, but I do have a few updates to show you guys. First of all, the cabinets are painted. The new hardware is on. The only thing that's not done is the cabinet above the fridge, because I am short, so I'm gonna have to get a ladder for that, and the island, which we are currently actually working on the island this week. And then I have just started epoxying the countertops, which is very exciting. That is honestly, like, next to the cabinets, that is like the biggest transformation in the kitchen. So I'm going to show you guys the process of that, but I want to show you guys the cabinets first, because literally this looks already like a completely different kitchen. I'm so obsessed. So I'm going to turn this around and we're going to look at the cabinets. Okay, here they are, you guys. They look so stinking good. And I actually have had people come over who have painted cabinets before. They said that these look so good, and I will tell you guys, if you are debating painting your cabinets, do yourself a favor, invest in a sprayer. I am telling you, that is the best thing that we could have done for the cabinets. They are so smooth. There's no brush marks. There's no drips. And like I said, we have had people come over, some of our best friends, who have painted cabinets themselves, and they're like, these look so good. So that's what professionals use when they're doing cabinets, and I'm telling you guys, it's so worth it. I don't know if you guys can even see, like, it's not going to pick up on camera, but they look so good. And then we did just use rollers for the boxes. Those are easy, but make sure you use a foam roller. So those are my two tips. Buy a sprayer for the doors and use a foam roller, a smooth surface roller. Don't use the ones that you use for walls. It's not the same, not going to have as smooth of a finish. So that is update on the cabinets. And then let's go out. Oh, here, I'll show you guys the island. I don't know if I've shown you. This is just a basic cabinet. It's like super basic. This is from Home Depot. So it's not like the greatest quality cabinet, but I will say we are reinforcing it quite a bit with some plywood, some underlayment veneer, and some trim. So I'm a little bit out of breath. I was just painting this island countertop. So like I said, starting the process of the epoxy, and we're doing like a white marble effect. So we're gonna have a very bright white kitchen, and then we're gonna kind of decorate it with lots of wood accents. So that'll break it up. But let me show you, I put the first layer of primer on the surface out here, and I'll explain that in a second. Okay, so basically what we did is we grabbed a 4x8 sheet of MDF. This is smooth MDF. We cut out the hole where our sink is going to be. We got an undermount sink. So I'm epoxying before we obviously do that. That's why I didn't do it in place, just because it's going to be an undermount sink. Figured we have a little bit of room to work with. There's a little fly in here. Please don't get on the countertop. So this is the first coat, so it's not completely even, but we'll do 2 coats of the white primer. Then I will go in and paint by hand all of the veining. I will link below, you guys, the kit that I am using. It is by Gianni. It's on Amazon. It's a very popular option for epoxying your counters. And granted, I haven't gotten to the intimidating part yet of the veining, but you guys, this is not something to be scared of. I've had multiple friends already reach out to me and be like, when we've been talking about what we're doing with the counters, they're like, oh, can you do mine? And they're like, I'm just not artsy. And I'm like, you don't have to be artsy to do this. It's literally painting a white coat on, putting your random veining however you want, and then pouring the epoxy over it. So it's like, I'm not really that nervous about it, other than I know I'm going to be like, I'm going to overthink the veining a little bit. But other than that, it's really not that complex. You just have to make sure you take the time and just don't rush it. So that's the goal, is to hopefully get this done tonight. Let's see, we'll see how it goes. Not sure on timing, if we'll be able to finish the epoxy tonight. I'm thinking we will be able to. It might be a little bit of a late night, but I really would like to get it, that epoxy poured tonight so it can cure overnight. And that way later this week we can get the countertop installed, because once that is installed, then we get to hook up all the plumbing, get it all finished off, and I'm really hoping to be able to move in this weekend. Jonathan is actually on a work trip right now. He will be gone for a total of like 10 days or 9 days, and he's coming back on Sunday. So I haven't told him yet that I'm gonna start moving stuff back in, but I kind of wanted to like surprise him a little bit, just because he was like, ugh, I can't wait to like work all week and then go back and work some more on the house. So I thought it'd be a fun little surprise to be a little bit moved in. Obviously it will not be final. We have a lot of work to do. We still have all the trim to do, but I can live with that as long as I have a functioning kitchen. That is the update. I'll probably be including clips of like a time lapse of the counter. That is the update. Stay tuned. I'll show you guys the countertops when they're done. That'll probably be the next update. So after the kitchen, the progress kind of died off a little bit. We had most of the big projects done. The only thing that was left is the master bathroom, and painting the doors. So we want to paint the doors black, which is actually the same color as our island. So that has yet to be done. As far as the master bathroom, I don't know what I want to do yet. It's hard because that's the only shower we have in the house. I would love to do just a stand-up tiled shower, but for resale value, I feel like we should have a tub. So I have kind of left the master bathroom as is. We did a couple things. We painted the walls and we tore out the glass sliding door that was in there because it was just not good. It was like corroding and really gross. It was really more annoying than anything. So that is the only thing that we've done up there. So progress kind of died off, and we did get moved in, which was kind of fun. So as I mentioned, Jonathan and I were not living in the house while we were renovating it. We wanted to get most of it done and just be able to basically like leave, go and like check out from the renovation when he needed to. But Jonathan had 2 trips planned back to back in August, and he was gone for like 10 days, and I did surprise him by moving everything in while he was gone. So he came home and we were moved in and we could live here, and it was just kind of a fun little thing to do because it gave me something to do while he was gone. And it was one of the things, like, he was kind of like, ugh, I don't want to like come back and do more work and blah blah. So I was like, well, the least I could do is move all of my stuff in and get us settled, because I have like most of the furniture and stuff on my end, he didn't have a ton of stuff to bring over, so it worked out. So I moved in, and it was kind of a nice little surprise, and then we have been here ever since. So that is kind of where we're at right now. We are going to go into the tour, but I do want to show you guys, I'm going to put in the footage from that we saw basically when I saw the listing. So what it looked like before or when we moved in, and then we'll show you guys what it looks like now. So much for watching. That was a lot to digest. Part one, it's done. All right, so we made it. I finally did it, finally recorded it. I hope you guys love it. I would love to hear your recommendations that you have. I have a background in interior design, but when I'm in my own house, it's completely different. Like, making decisions for myself is not as easy. So let me know what you would like to see. If you have any recommendations for decor or bathroom renovation ideas, would love to hear your recommendations. And stay tuned. Once we get the upstairs a little bit more decorated and filled out, I will show you that. That might be a little bit down the road. We also will be working on our backyard very soon being like in a couple months, because spring is coming, and that is going to be a fun one to document, because right now our yard is a disaster, and I'm very excited to make it really beautiful. It's kind of plain right now. I have some big plans for it, so stay tuned. I will see you guys